tough day, tough game. Houston was really good. I knew they would be, but before I start, I just want to send my condolences. Coach Boylan, our beloved radio guy, one of the nicest people I've ever met. He traveled with us for the last 5 years and was the voice of Rutgers Basketball. He's passed away, and today, and just be really missed. One of the greatest, people that I've been around, and a real, just special person. I'm really sorry for his family, the loss. He's a loss for everyone. He was a legend at Rutgers. He was just a special person, but I know he's in heaven. He's that kind of guy, and I just again want to send my prayers out to his family. Not only was today's loss real tough, but losing Coach Boylan was just tough. So congratulations to Houston. I thought we played our hearts out. This team made history. They got through a 2-year journey. COVID, never missing a day, never having a pause. All the obstacles that they had to fight through, they now become the standard for what we want to be at Rutgers. Just a really tough day when you play that hard and you want something very badly. So, but again, congratulations to Houston.
We will now go to questions from the media. Once again, please use that raise hand function to indicate you'd like to ask a question. Our first question is from Kevin McCaskill.
Yes, Kevin McCaskill Jr., FP Sports out of Springfield, Massachusetts. You only had one game postponed this season, but with all the new protocols and safety measures, what was this regular season like for you?
I mean, we never had a pause. We never had a game canceled. I mean, we were, it's a tough year. I can tell you the sacrifices that the players made, all of them too had the opportunity to opt out, and none of them did. They wanted to make this year special. They certainly did that. First time in 30 years getting to the tournament. First time in 38 years winning the game. The sacrifices their families made and they made, truly unbelievable. I'm thankful to the NCAA that they gave them all their year back, because this year was just different from start to finish. Our guys have been together since June, and very difficult to be on a streak the way we were, of never having a pause or never having an issue with COVID. So very thankful, but it was very very difficult, and the sacrifices, not seeing their family and friends and everything else, that they made to have a special season. So very thankful for their sacrifices.
Our next question is from Jerry Carino.
Steve, first of all, I just want to offer you my condolences about Coach Boylan. I'm very saddened also. He was a great man.
The greatest. Thanks, Jerry.
I'm really sorry to hear that. So just about the game, Steve, can you just explain kind of how it turned in the last 4 minutes or so?
Yeah, well, I mean, they made some plays. We had our opportunities, I felt. We knew the backboards were a huge thing in the game. I thought in the first half we did a great job of that. They just came up a couple plays. We just came up a couple plays short, and that's all it takes. The margin, winning and losing in this tournament, is in box out here, free throw box out. It comes down to some little things, and they did those, and we didn't. The backboards were a huge key in the second half, and they got to the free throw line, and we didn't. First half, we got to the free throw line. Game kind of changed in some of those areas.
Our next question is from Keith Sargent.
Hey, Steve. Sorry for your loss as well. I'm just, devastated. Can you just talk about the last sequence, Ron, the three-pointer? It's probably the best shot that you can hit, can take at that moment. But can you just talk about that last sequence?
I mean, we executed, that's a play that we've run, all year. We haven't had to run it. And, I thought Ron got a good look. I thought it was going to go in. We really, didn't get the rebounds down the stretch that we needed to kind of put the game away. But yeah, that was a play that we've run many times in practice and over the last couple of years. And, I thought he got a good look at it, but just didn't go for us.
Our next question is from Steve Pikiell.
Steve, Geo's been brilliant in those situations late in the game tonight. How hard was it to see him lose the handle on that ball there up 1 point? And what did you say to him after the game?
Well, I mean, I love all my guys. My guys are devastated. They gave it everything this year. Every single one of them. Geo's won us a lot of games during his career. We wouldn't be here without all the efforts of all the players. And we were ready to play tonight, too, against a team that hasn't lost many games and is very good, well coached. But, Geo has won us a lot of games and hugged them and thanked them. I mean, it's a tough day for us. Had to share the news about Coach, too, so just a tough locker room afterwards. But I do love all my players. I am very thankful, to be coach here. This university is great. They started the standard now for what we want to be as a program, not just on the court, off the court, academically. We need this group to be remembered for a long time and again, be the standard for where we want to go every year.
Our next question is from Zachary Baziller.
Zach Brazil, New York Post. Steve, I'm so sorry for your loss. My condolences. In the last 5 minutes, what do you think, kind of, at least offensively, did you think you guys slowed down? Were you looking to take clock?
No, they're really good defensively. We got some good looks. It was the backboards, really. And then we fouled, too. So we got the looks. Geo got to drive to the basket. We got a couple layups, that we didn't finish. So, you had a couple opportunities, to get layups, that we just didn't convert on. And it becomes a one possession game. So I like what we ran. I like the looks. I felt comfortable with Geo with the ball in his hands. He's won us a lot of games. But, at the end of the day, we really talked a lot about rebounding. They were 16 offensive rebounds. And that helped them a great deal. And that helped them get to the free throw line.
Our next question is from Aaron Brightman on the Banks.
Hey, Coach. Sorry for your loss with Coach Boylan. Just a two-part question about Miles. How banged up was he, and what did you think about the effort he put forth? And overall, you touched on it a little bit, but what was your message to the team after the game?
Well, just tough in the locker room, when you have to tell them, a guy who's been with us for 5 years every game, and he was just with us in Minnesota, our last, road game that we won. So just tough, and the guys gave everything they could to our program this year and more, and the sacrifices that they made, just, you will never understand because you didn't live it every day. I know you guys have written about it and everything, but it's a whole different world when you live it every single day, and the sacrifices and what they had to do and the different protocols every time we traveled. So I'm just sad for us. I'd never want to put these uniforms away. This group has been, awesome. Whenever we get knocked down, this group always got back up, and did an unbelievable job, representing our great university. So, after the game, when they're sad like that and everyone's sad, you just tell them how you feel about them and tell them how appreciated they are of our staff and the people that see what they do every single day, and thank them. That's what you just thank them. That's what we did.
Our next question is from Mike Barber.
Hey, Steve, you just touched on how challenging this year was for the players. I'm sure for you too. I know you obviously wanted to go as far as you could, but as a coach, is there a factor of relief that this season is over and behind you?
No, I mean, I love this group and I want to coach them forever. So told all of them, they can all come back. Then say I'll be the happiest coach in America. But no, there's no relief.
Our next question is from Chad Linskog.
Hey, Steve, the Big Ten got 9 bids into the NCAA Tournament. 6 teams are already going home. What do you just kind of make of how the conference has fared through this first weekend?
Yeah, I mean, there's really good teams, still playing. So this league is terrific. I think we probably beat each other up during the course of 22, 23, 24 games. Whatever teams ended up playing that played the last game in the tournament in the Big Ten championship. So, this league is great. It was great all year. And we beat each other up. And maybe that factored into this tournament. But, we had our chances too today. And I'm sure some of the other teams, there's great coaches. This league will always continue to be good. We got 9 bids. I think we would have 9 last year, most in the country. It's hard to get into this tournament, and when you get 9 bids, it says a lot about the conference.
Thank you, Coach, for your time today. We will be joined momentarily by Geo Baker.
Okay, thank you very much.
We are now joined by Geo Baker, and we'll begin the press conference. Please use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question, and when called on, please state your name and affiliation first. Our first question is from Steve Pikiell.
Geo, if you could just take us through what happened there when you had the ball with down 1, 20 seconds. Is it as simple as it looked? It bounced off your leg and...
Yeah, I mean, it was just a ISO play. We kind of fake 2 screens coming high, get the defender looking a little bit, and then I just attack. I was just trying to go to my left, in and out dribble. Usually it's just a 1 dribble step back. They kind of hedged it a little bit, which was I didn't really expect. And I just lost it. It's a move that I've made like a million times, and so that's probably the first time I ever lost it in that position.
Our next question is from Keith Sargent.
Hey, Geo, sorry for the loss of Coach Boylan. I know he's been with you guys for your entire career. Can you just talk about the emotion in the locker room, just everything you guys been through, and the final minute losing the game like that?
Yeah, just a lot of emotion. We've been through so much this year. Honestly, that if you weren't inside, you really just can't even understand it. From isolating to wins to losses to being here in March. A lot of guys a lot of us were trying to go to March Madness last year, and we didn't get that chance. So for a lot of us, it's been 2 years now. So just leading up to this moment, to lose like that was tough. And then just to add to it, Coach Boylan, who's me personally been my biggest supporter since I first stepped foot on campus. Just always talking, always calling me, not even talking about basketball, asking me about how my family is, how my mom is, how I'm doing. Just so much more than just basketball. So to hear that too, it only added to the emotion in the locker room. So just a really tough day overall.
Our next question is from Jerry Carino.
Hey, Gio. Again, I'm sorry about the passing of Coach Boylan. He's a great man. So, you've been the leader and the face of this program for 4 years. What did you say to the guys, or what was said afterwards in that locker room?
Just how much everyone loves each other. I didn't really say much, to be honest with you. Everyone just saying that we love each other. We're proud of each other. Proud of everything that we did, everything that we've been through. Any single one of us could have opted out. There's been players all over the country who opted out because of COVID, but we all stuck with it. Just a whole lot of emotion.
Our next question is from Aaron Brightman on the Banks.
Geo, just in terms of where you brought this program from where it was when you started to now, I know it's very fresh off a loss, but have you been reflecting and just, is this, are you, take comfort in the fact of what you were able to do for this program and where it is now?
Not really, to be honest. I feel like we could have gone farther. Came down to one possession. Felt like we could have, done something more. So I don't know. I just, as a competitor, you're just never really satisfied. You kind of always just want more. I felt like, I let that slip away on the last play.
Next question is from Zachary Braziller, New York Post.
Yeah, how long do you think it's going to take to get over this? You guys are up 10. Looks like the Sweet 16 is coming.
I don't know if people ever really get over tough times. You kind of you have to live with it and bounce back. Losses are lessons. I've learned a lot of lessons through my life. This is probably just going to be another one of those. And, how do you take it in? How do you react to it? How do you, bounce back and make something positive out of it? So I don't know if I'm ever really going to forget today or get over it. But, there's better days ahead, and you just have to understand that and work through it and just continue on.
Our next question is from Brian Fonseca. Go ahead with your question, Brian. All right, we'll go ahead then. Next question to Steve Pikiell.
Gio, do you know yet if this is your last game at Rutgers? And if it is, how do you want to be remembered?
Honestly, I haven't really thought about that. I don't know if any of the guys have thought about that. I've always wanted my legacy to be a winner. And, I don't really know where that stands right now, to be honest with you. So I mean, that's just what I've always felt like I am as a winner. So it's, yeah, I mean, that's just what I want to be known for. I don't really care about stats or individual stuff or any of that. You know, we just want to be a winning team, and because that's always the most important thing at the end of the day. Basketball is a game of wins and losses. It's only one or the other. And yeah.
Our next question is from Mike Barber, Richmond Times-Dispatch.
Hey, Geo, Coach was talking about just how trying the whole year's been, everything you guys have had to deal with the COVID stuff. Obviously, I know you wanted to advance and win this game, but is there going to be a part of you when you wake up tomorrow or when you get back home to Jersey that there's some relief that this season is finally done?
No, I don't think so. You know, there's tough times during the season where you may have that thought for a second, where, you know, it's whether it's you're isolating or you're away from your family or something, or even just a hard day on the court. But at the end of the day, we all play this game because we love it. You know, we love to compete, and March Madness only intensifies that. You know, it only makes you want it even more. So I don't think there's any relief for anyone. You know, you always just wish you could just keep playing. So I don't think so.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks.
Our final question is from Keith Sargent.
Yeah, I know you like to have a clutch shot throughout your career, and Ron has been very clutch throughout his career. What do you say to him after his three-pointer missed the mark?
He's a really good shooter. You know, like I said, I really didn't have much to say after the game. So, yeah, I mean, Ron's really confident. You know, he's a special player. He's been a big part of what we've been doing here. So, he knows that, and we'll continue to tell him that. But, yeah, just stay confident, I guess, is what I would tell him.
Thank you, Geo, for your time. That's it for this